Welcome back to Visa Diaries, where we dive deep into the comparisons that matter. Today, we're tackling a big question. Which country is better, Canada or the USA? We'll be breaking it down in three key areas: standard of living, cost of living, and earning potential. So, if you've ever wondered where you'd want to live or move to, stick around to find out more. First, we'll talk about standard of living. When we talk about the standard of living, we're referring to the overall quality of life, including healthcare, education, housing, and safety. Both Canada and the USA are known for their high standards, but let's dive a bit deeper. Canada's healthcare system is publicly funded, which means residents have access to medical care without the worry of steep bills. In contrast, healthcare in the USA is primarily private, so while there are some excellent healthcare facilities, medical costs can be incredibly high if you don't have proper insurance. Canada equals universal healthcare, USA equals private healthcare. For education, both countries have world-class universities. However, tuition fees in the USA can be much higher compared to Canada, where universities are generally more affordable for both residents and international students. And let's not forget safety. According to global crime reports, Canada tends to be safer overall, with lower crime rates in major cities compared to the USA. Canada equals safer, USA equals higher crime rates in some areas. However, the USA offers a wider variety of lifestyles and opportunities, especially in tech and entertainment hubs like Silicon Valley or Los Angeles. Now, let's talk about the cost of living. How much will your paycheck stretch in each country? In general, the USA has a lower cost of living in most areas. For instance, rent and real estate prices can be more affordable in certain cities like Houston or Phoenix when compared to cities like Toronto or Vancouver. USA equals lower rent in some areas, Canada equals higher rent in cities like Toronto, Vancouver. But here's the twist. While rent might be lower in some parts of the USA, utilities and insurance can be more expensive, especially health insurance. And don't forget, in the USA, you might pay higher out-of-pocket medical expenses if you get sick. Canada, on the other hand, offers a more stable cost of living due to its universal healthcare system, but housing in cities like Toronto can be steep. Ultimately, cost of living comes down to where you choose to live. Rural areas in both countries are more affordable than the big cities, but when it comes to major urban centers, costs can skyrocket in both nations. Lastly, let's dive into earning potential. This is where things get interesting. The USA has a larger economy, and in many sectors like tech, finance, and entertainment, there are more high-paying jobs available. If you're in the right field, especially in tech or finance, you could be earning a substantial amount of money. USA equals higher earning potential in tech, finance, entertainment. However, salaries in Canada, while generally lower than in the USA, are still competitive and tend to come with benefits like paid parental leave, more vacation days, and a strong emphasis on work-life balance. Additionally, Canada offers a lower income inequality, which means the wealth gap isn't as large as in the USA, and it's also easier for the average person to find a reasonable job that allows them to live comfortably. But when it comes to high earnings, especially in specialized fields, the USA tends to lead the pack. So, what's the verdict? The answer really depends on your priorities and lifestyle. If you're looking for a higher earning potential, especially in industries like technology and finance, and are willing to face higher costs, the USA may be the better choice. However, if you value a more affordable healthcare system, greater work-life balance, and a generally safer environment, Canada is the clear winner. At the end of the day, both countries have their pros and cons, and it all comes down to what you're looking for. Do you want to maximize your earnings and live in a larger, more diverse economy? Or would you prefer a more balanced lifestyle with a greater focus on public services like healthcare? Let us know in the comments which country you think is better and why. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more videos. Thanks for watching, bye bye.